The Farrell Girl. Interior, girl's bedroom, day. Super, 2001. Caitlin sits on her bed, face creased in concentration as she wraps a birthday present in glossy paper from a magazine. A sullen Rosie looks on.
You'll be eating cake and playing games, and I'll be stuck here doing nothing.
Caitlin inspects her clumsy wrapping effort. She's not entirely satisfied, but shrugs.
It'll do.
Laid across Caitlin's pillow is a bright yellow dress, the flash of color incongruous to the drab room. Caitlin smiles as she holds the dress aloft for inspection.
Wait till Annabelle Russell gets an eyeful of me in this.
Rosie lays back gloomily on her own bed as Caitlin undresses. She smooths the hair and pinafore of a tattered rag doll. Now wearing the yellow dress, Caitlin spins joyfully. Rosie tosses the rag doll petulantly aside.
Why can't I wear my dress? It's not fair.
Caitlin pauses mid-twirl and regards her sister with a pang of guilt.
You can wear yours. Come on, let's get it out.
Caitlin removes a sky blue dress, the exact same style as her own, from wardrobe.
I look stupid. I ain't got nowhere to go and no one to see me in it.
Then you won't look stupid, will you? Not if no one's looking.
Rosie scowls.
Come on, Rosie. I think you'll look super pretty in it. You don't need nowhere special to go.
Caitlin holds the dress up enticingly. Rosie yields with a coy smile. She takes the dress from Caitlin, then turns suddenly looking anxious.
What if Dad sees me in it?
He won't. Not if you do what I tell you to. Come on.
Exterior, Farrell house, day. Caitlin wears her yellow dress and clutches the wrapped present. Rosie wears her blue dress and carries a book. Together, they creep down the veranda steps. Loud rock music and male voices drift from the rear of the property. They peer cautiously around the corner of the house, then dash across an expanse of lawn to a willow tree beside a small creek. A rope ladder hangs from a treehouse above them.
Stay in the treehouse until I get back. Do you hear me?
What if I need to pee?
Do it in the grass.
Rosie shrivels her nose. Two teenage boys come into view walking barefoot alongside the creek. One is Michael Farrell, 14, the girl's older brother. The other, his friend Elijah Kirby, also 14. Michael carries a bucket in one hand, Elijah a fishing net. Both boys are armed with long, pointed sticks. Michael is gangling and darker than his sisters. A morose, underfed boy with greasy hair that hangs in his eyes, all the better to hide behind. Elijah is as lithe and agile as a sprite. A mixed-race indigenous Australian, his light brown hair sun-kissed to color and the texture of straw. The boys halt at the sight of the girls. Michael's eyes drift with wary curiosity over the dresses that his sisters wear. Caitlin radiates animosity as she stares defiantly back at him. Michael shares an uneasy glance with Elijah, and the two boys step into the shallow water and move away. Caitlin turns back to Rosie and gestures to the treehouse.
Once you get to the top, pull the ladder up after you.
Rosie climbs the rope ladder. At the top, she climbs into the enclosed treehouse space and gazes back down at her sister.
What if I get hungry?
I'll bring back some birthday cake for you. I promise.
Rosie glances apprehensively towards the house. Caitlin follows her sister's gaze.
They won't come down here. You'll be fine.
I could go yabbying with Michael and Elijah?
No.
Caitlin glares after her brother's receding form.
Stay away from him. I'll be back soon.
Rosie frowns, but obediently pulls the ladder up behind her. Caitlin heads off down the long driveway. After some distance, she turns and waves farewell to Rosie, who waves back. In the creek bed, Michael and Elijah pause and watch Caitlin retreat.
Where's she going?
How should I know? She'd never tell me.
Michael rams his stick forcefully into the mud. Interior, Russell house, bedroom, day. Annabelle Russell, 13, an indulged, self-important child, holds court in her fashionably decorated bedroom. 6 girls surround her. They wear on-trend clothing, branded jeans and t-shirts. Jingly pop music plays. Heaped upon her vibrant pink bedspread are shiny, fluffy, glittery birthday presents. The girls huddle around Annabelle and coo over her new jeans. Erica, 12, the second best-looking girl in the room, is prominent.
They look so good on you.
Amid smug satisfaction, Annabelle glances toward the window. Her face contorts in horror and disgust.
Oh, no. No way.
The girls gape from the window as a nervous Caitlin approaches the house. Annabelle's present in her hands.
What is she doing here?
Exterior, Russell house, back garden, day. Lavishly decorated in a festival of pink, Caitlin sits alone beside a well-stocked refreshment table and sips sullenly from a styrofoam cup. The other girls, Annabelle at their core, huddle together beneath the pergola. They glance Caitlin's way amid whispers and giggles.
What is she wearing?
Oh my god, I know. That dress? Is she 5 or what?
Cruel laughter.
Annabelle? She'll hear.
Caitlin has heard. Crestfallen, she glances down at her beloved yellow dress.
Who cares? I can't believe she even came. Did you see the present she gave me? Some stupid movie I've never heard of wrapped up in newspaper.
Caitlin crushes her cup in her fist, then rises and strides away across the lawn. Interior treehouse day. Rosie holds a book open above her as she lounges on her back. Her stomach gurgles loudly. She throws the book down with a huff and peers out through the window of the treehouse to front yard. Loud music blares from the rear of the property, but there is no one in sight. She deliberates for a moment, then moves to the doorway and throws down the rope ladder. Interior shed day. A man cave for the Farrow men. The shed is littered with empty beer cans, overflowing ashtrays, a bong. Jimmy Farrell, 33, Jim sculpted and empty-headed, throws darts at a board. Joe Farrell, 35, and Sean Fish Whiting, 33, play snooker at a full-size table. Joe lowers his greasy head over the cue in his hand and aims for the black with an ice-pick gaze. The ball slams into the pocket for the win. Fish, a loping 6'7" beanstalk with bulging eyes, flings his own cue angrily onto the table.
Ah, fuck it. You get more practice than I do. I ain't got no table at home like you boys.
I hardly ever play, Fish. Jimmy's too busy pumping up his muscles for the Sheilas.
Joe and Fish laugh. Jimmy flinches mid-dart. Fish opens the bar fridge and peers inside.
There's no damn beer left.
There's more in the house. Jimmy, fetch more beer out here.
Jimmy steps forward but is stopped by Fish.
Nah, it's all right. I'll go get it. You got anything to eat?
Joe drops down into a fold-up chair.
Yeah, there'll be something.
Fish strides from the shed. Exterior, Farrell house, day. Rosie jumps to the ground from the rope ladder's bottom rung. She gazes about cautiously and, seeing no one in sight, runs across the lawn towards the house. Interior, Russell house, kitchen, day. Sharon Russell, 38, Annabelle's well-intentioned mother, and Denise, 41, local busybody and mother to Erica, arrange candles on a pink birthday cake. Denise narrows her eyes as she looks out the window and sees Caitlin move across the garden away from the other girls.
I'm surprised to see the Farrell girl here.
Yes. Annabelle didn't want her to come, really. But I felt sorry for the poor thing. She probably never gets invited anywhere.
And with good reason.
It's not her fault, though, is it? The way her family is? I was amazed she brought a present.
More likely to take something from your house than to bring it.
They watch in silence as Caitlin wrenches the blooms from a hydrangea. Exterior, Farrell house, day. Michael approaches along the creek, a bucket in his hand. He gazes across to where the rope ladder hangs from the treehouse and stops short.
Rosie?
Rosie's shrill scream carries over the thump of music from the rear of the property. Michael's eyes widen in terror. He drops the bucket and runs full pelt towards the shed. Exterior, Farrell house, day. Cattle dogs, Bandit and Tripper, bark in a frenzy as Fish drags Rosie kicking and screaming past the woodpile stacked against the shed wall. An axe lays at rest beside it. Fish whoops with glee as Rosie struggles helplessly in his enormous arms. Interior, shed, day. Joe glances up casually from his chair as Fish drags Rosie inside.
Look who I found raiding the pantry.
Joe fixes his gaze on Rosie's dress, indifferent to his daughter's frenzied attempts to pull free from Fish's grasp.
Where'd you get that dress? I never bought it for you.
Rosie gapes at him, a goldfish gasping for breath. Fish pinches the fabric between his unnaturally long fingers.
Looks mighty pretty in it, wouldn't you say? Do you feel pretty, girl?
He seizes Rosie by the chin and studies her features.
You know, I think I like her face more than her sister's.
He strokes her cheek and leers hungrily. Jimmy watches uneasily.
Where's Caitlin?
Rigid with fear, Rosie makes no reply.
Jimmy, go find Katie and bring her here. Fish and I desire the pleasure of her company.
Before Jimmy can move, Michael steps into the doorway.
She ain't here.
All eyes turn to him. Rosie's plead for help.
What do you mean she ain't here? Where is she then?
Michael's gaze swings between Rosie and his father.
I don't know. She left about an hour ago, dressed up like Rosie. Where's your sister gone, girl?
Rosie gapes at him in terror.
Answer me!
She went to Annabelle Russell's party.
Even Russell's girl? That fancy prick? And she thought she could keep it a secret from me, did she? Think her old man wouldn't find out?
Joe rises from his chair and advances on Rosie.
You girls think your daddy's a fool, is that it?
No.
Joe marks her terror and laughs.
Well, Rosie girl, it looks like today's the day. I would have gotten around to you sooner or later, but Lord knows your sister's a real wildcat.
Oh, yeah.
I'll admit to having a real soft spot for her. But you,
Joe contemplates Rosie and shakes his head.
you're weak like your mother. Still, you'll learn.
Joe gives the nod, and Fish hoists Rosie off her feet and onto the pool table. She shrieks and struggles as he pins her down. Michael rushes forward.
No, please, leave her alone.
Joe strikes Michael with such force that he slams into a wall. Blood gushes from his nose.
Shut your mouth or it'll be you doing the screaming. Jimmy, get over here and hold this little bitch down.
Jimmy scrambles to do Joe's bidding. Fish fumbles with the fly of his pants.
Michael!
Michael climbs to his feet, casts an anguished glance at his terrified sister, and runs sobbing from the shed. Fish's mocking laughter and Rosie's shrill screams ring out behind him.